Hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Impact to Income Mastery Masterclass. I'm so honored to have you here with me today and so excited that you've joined us for the Impact to Income Mastery Masterclass. Attention coaches, practitioners, purpose-driven entrepreneurs, impactpreneurs. If you have a service-based business, if you're a health coach or a fitness professional, a life coach, a therapist, a consultant and advisor, a purpose-driven entrepreneur, if you use your wisdom and your knowledge to help others, then this masterclass is for you. And this has been a series of masterclasses that I've been offering. And last week we went in and we talked about some major keys into having a thriving business that makes money. And so there's the 1% that are thriving, have a little known secret that is quietly taking the world by storm. And last week I shared the 4 keys to how you can make money in your business and yet come from a place of love and gratitude and service, and put impact before income and see the income flow. And so you're about to discover how you can literally attract an endless stream of clients to you automatically and have a wait list of clients. So in this masterclass, I'll show you the little known healing secret that's quietly bringing thousands of entrepreneurs success without funnels, systems, or spending money on advertising. In fact, this little secret, your clients do the marketing for you. And so there's 4 keys to making money in your business. And I shared them in last week's video. So you may want to go back and look at those. I'm just going to go over them real quick and real short today. And I'm going to go deeper into other parts of this work. And this is super important right now. We are at a critical time in our history. We're at the crossroads. We are what I say is that space in between 2 worlds, in between that ancestral, archetypal, patriarchal society that's honored violence, sexism, and racism, and between this new wave of experience and a more matriarchal society where we honor love and connection and impact. And as a way of being dissolves, we're entering a time where everything will be questioned. How many of you out there feel like there's lots of questions going on? Yeah. Share in the comments below. I'd love to know what you're experiencing right now. What are the things that you're questioning? Do you believe that we're in this critical time in history? And as this bubble that we've lived in gets popped, the only possibility is for a new doctrine to be implemented. Those that have been speaking of this doctrine for years have been considered woo-woo or sometimes new age. But now you can see that there's this shift that where we truly stand in between those old truths and these new truths. And all is going to be broken down. All that darkness will be revealed to bring out a true form of non-judgment. What is this truth? I call it one love, one tribe, that we're all in this together. And how can we infiltrate our world with our spiritual beliefs and our teachings? Because now is the time. Now is the time to rise up. And we are currently seeing trends of so many new things with how the world is changing. We've seen massive flooding. We've seen fires. We've seen that the world out around us, nature, Mother Nature, Gaia, is blowing up in front of us because it's mirroring our internal turmoil. We have issues with slavery and sex trafficking, and there's lots of LGBTQ challenges going on. There's so many different things here that are happening. The oceans are being completely covered in plastics. It's a lot of different things that we need to heal. So we need you to help this world to heal. What is your mission? How do you want to help the world to heal? What is one thing that you hope to help the world with? I want you to post in the comments, share below, share any way that you can, and let me know what those are, because I really want to hear what you have to say about this. Because what is your mission? What do you want to do? Are you interested in helping other people or a community, or do you have a mission to bring water to people, or to clean the oceans, or to make a better product that helps the world? Love to know what that vision is for you. This is, and so share this below. We have this dying paradigm right now of a masculine world, and those that feel their way slipping are pushing for one last great fight before this era is birthed. The phoenix is rising, and we are entering a time of great uncertainty. And this uncertainty is when the greatness rises. It is when you will rise as the next entrepreneur, as the next thought leader, as the next person, the next purpose-driven impactpreneur that is going to go out to change people's lives. And so when we're watching for the voices and the thought leaders and the next generation of peacemakers that are going to surface to heal the nation and the world, will you be one of them? Are you going to be one of the leaders that takes us to the next level? The only way that we're going to be able to shift these numbers is by you creating impact and turning it into income that helps you and the world, right? So my name, if you don't know already, is Melissa Binkley. Welcome, and I am a soul and business strategist. I'm a transformational specialist and international speaker. I have several #1 best-selling books and international #1 best-selling books. I have clients around the world, including CEOs, 6- and 7-figure coaches and doctors, speakers, thought leaders, small businesses, and multi-million-dollar organizations. I've traveled to 12 countries in the last year and a half, working on healing and humanitarian work and speaking and offering my services. I've shared platforms with Marianne Williamson, Dr. John DeMartini, Lewis Howes, Deepak Chopra, Ariana Huffington, Gabby Bernstein, Hurry Forleo, some of those great, amazing people that we all know. And so I want to be able to share what I have been sharing around the world for the last few years when I traveled the world for 33 months straight, and how I created a process, a method for healing that is changing the way that the world works, and how you can integrate a method and a process into what you're doing so that you can go out and do this work in the world. I personally helped hundreds of entrepreneurs double and triple their businesses and impact in as little as a few months. And many of my students have gone on to create movements and give back through their business. But the business is not about money, right? Business is about serving our communities and allowing people to express their talents and geniuses for the betterment of society. Money is a very necessary component, and that's why we need income. And it keeps the human engine going, but it is not the engine. So how can you change the world with your gifts through your business, or create a business, or turn your trauma into your greatest gift and allow it to help the world? The time is now, and we're waiting for you to create that. But you want to know something interesting? I haven't always had all these great things going on in my life. I had a lot of trauma in my childhood. And that was part of the reason of how I have created and come through and become the person that I have. Is I learned at a very young age that I needed to survive. How was I going to survive? I could feel it in my bones. I could hear people telling you the only way that you're going to make it is if you get to college, So I strived and I strived. I tried really hard. I had sexual trauma. I had been raped. I had times when I didn't know where my food was going to come from. I had experienced a lot of this, but I was a high achiever. I knew I had to go to college because that's what I was told was going to make all the difference. And so I did. I went to college, got pregnant and married while I was in college, graduated top of my class from college in 2000, got a corporate job right out of college, right? Like, this was the dream. This is what you're supposed to do, especially for someone that had to pay for her own way through college, through scholarships, had full ride. And then within a year of graduating from college and getting a great job, 9/11 hit and I lost that job. And I hadn't worked on healing my trauma. So at that point in my life, I had eating disorders. And so when I lost my job, instead of doing what a normal person might do, which is go get another job, I said, screw the world. And I decided that I didn't want to work for anybody and I didn't want any authority and I didn't enjoy it. And so instead I got into drug dealing. I got into dealing drugs and that was my life for the next 3 years. That culminated in me leaving Ohio in 2004 and moving away to try to escape it all. And it took me several years to start to heal and change and shift my body and to really make a difference. And in 2009, I ended up homeless. I had a challenge and my partner left me. I was fired from my job in Florida. I couldn't make the money that I wanted to. And I was evicted from my home. And so I spent about the next 8 or 9 months, I would bum over at my friends' houses and sleep on their couches. You know, you see the sun coming in and you're covering up your head while everybody's walking through the living room. Or I would drive my car and park it somewhere and sleep in my car and drive around. I spent a long time doing that. And during that time, I was really seeking, wondering, like, what could I do to make this better? I had been trying for several years to heal, to feel better, but instead I didn't love myself. I didn't love my body and I couldn't make an impact. And I finally discovered in 2010, a school, I ended up going to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition and started on my healing journey. So I went from homeless in 2009 to where I am today in 2018 with an international business that's impacting thousands of people and helping them to heal trauma and build businesses from it and create impact in the best way possible. And it was a journey, and it wasn't an easy journey. From 2010 to now, 8 years, I had these ideals of impacting the world and making a difference. Yet I needed to pay my bills and I was struggling to find clients in the beginning, right? Those first 3 years, 2010 to 2013, I was no longer homeless, but I didn't know how to make any money. And I was helping some people, but I was still trying to figure out and help myself. I was doing small events, and it wasn't until I actually stumbled upon some really important things. And that's the 4 things that I shared last week. The 4 things, and especially I went from less than 30 clients to over 200 and tripled my income in 1 year. And I've gone on to impact those thousands of lives around the globe to really help people and to completely have a transformation and to change everything. And so those 4 keys to making an impact, right? The first one I shared last week is that you've got to transform your thinking. I had to think holistically, think paradoxically, think like a businesswoman instead of like a hobby. I had to find mentors and coaches and programs that would help me to do what I didn't know how to do. I had to transform the way that I thought about myself and the way I thought about my clients and my business. So go back last week and check out, and we got to understand thinking holistically and paradoxically is super important. And then I had to learn how to transform my offers. I was offering, sessions that the Institute for Integrative Nutrition had taught me, but there was something much greater there. I had to focus on the outcome for my clients, the why. I needed to help them to achieve their greatness, have their transformation in order for me to have a difference. And so that there's a key to how you work with your clients, that offer that you give them, whether you have a product-based business, a service-based business, whatever that is, the offer and how you work with them and the goal of the client and the results for the client in the end must be number 1 and key. And so you must provide for them support in a very specific way. And in the intuitive intelligence method and program, we offer and show you how to create that offer. We show you how to put that together in a way that you can work with your clients from week to week, help them to transform, add it into whatever else is that you're doing right now. So say you are a fitness professional, maybe you're a yoga instructor, Pilates instructor, or you do personal training. How can you enhance and create something that works with your clients so that you're not just taking dollars per hour, but really transforming their lives? And with the intuitive intelligence, you can add these processes into what you're doing, have massive transformation for your clients, get to the core root of their experience, and see the results that you're using in your first modality completely shift. Or what if you want to work with someone and you haven't figured it out yet? You don't even know what your process is, right? You're like, I don't even know what I want to do. How can I figure out what my process is? This is going to show you how you can take your own work and the gifts that you have already and turn them into something, along with working in the intuitive intelligence, into something that will change the world and that you can work with your clients. The number 3 thing that you must do is transform yourself and how you show up for your clients, right? 70% of all adults have trauma. And most of you are not getting results because you have something that's holding you back. You've got a glass ceiling, something that's in there restricting you from creating and getting there and making that difference. But the new way of making a change is when you heal your own interior stuff, you will help your clients to heal faster also. So part of the intuitive intelligence method, the program, is teaching you how to heal your own trauma, how to heal your own stuff, your wounds, your patterns, the things that are holding you back. Because although you may believe it's about your mindset or that you need more tools and strategies, it's really not. It's about your intuitive intelligence. It's about the deepness and the healing work that you need to do that's going to allow you to make huge shifts. The more that you shift and focus on getting results for yourself and creating transformation, the more your clients are going to shift and the more you'll be able to help them. And then last but not least, that 4th one is transforming your skills. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because I'm going to teach you a skill, right, that's going to help you in this process. So today you're going to actually walk away with something that you can use already. I'm going to teach you one of the intuitive intelligence methods that's going to allow you to working towards with yourself. And this is just a partial piece of one of these methods. It's going to allow you to really understand how intuitive intelligence works and why I developed it. So transforming your skills so that you can transform your clients' lives. And when you have these skills and your ability to make them happen, you're going to see huge and massive transformation. And that's how I developed intuitive intelligence, was from my own transformation and creating this program and years of study after all of those things that happened. Yeah. So intuitive intelligence reflects a person's ability to connect with their heart, the collective conscious, and the higher self, and how that improves performance, identity, identify, evaluate, control, and express intuitive intelligence, right? How do you perceive and assess others' intuitive intelligence? How do you use intuition to facilitate thinking, understanding, meanings, create profound language, heal patterns and trauma, and connect to the world? But intuitive intelligence is more than just about intuition. Logic and reason alone can no longer guide us towards innovation or success. They will not be enough to get us to the level of creativity and in reinvention that we need to address the challenges of the new economy. We need to deal with the deeper part of human nature, intuition and instinct, the quantum, the deepness, science and evidence in the real world, and experience tell us that our intuition and our instincts, although sometimes difficult to completely understand, very often point us in the right direction. Sometimes they can even save our lives. To positively influence the deeper part of ourselves, we need to appeal to the heart and engage the guts. We need to honor the sometimes cryptic clues sent up from from everywhere that we can't quite figure out. So as a leader, yeah, you as a leader. We need to take steps to create a corporate atmosphere and a place where we speak to the hearts and instincts of everyone, our employees, if you're a solopreneur, to your clients, right? To anyone that you're interacting with. And that's the key. So intuitive intelligence lies beyond the boundaries and the analytics. It bridges the realms of reality and imagination, reason and instinct, material and spiritual dimensions of human existence. Intuitive intelligence is nonlinear, and it's a key for success in the new economy. And so intuitive intelligence has been studied, and so I created the intuitive intelligence method, which is based not just on instinct, right, and intuition, but goes deeper than that and dives into 13 techniques that fuse science, the quantum, psychology, alchemy, consciousness, divination. We really need to heal the core issues in our clients effectively. And if you're just giving them plans and structure or working them out or giving them advice, then you're not getting to the core. And so we've got to go beyond talking about limiting beliefs. We've got to go beyond subconscious training. There's more at the core of our clients than that trauma that we are not healing, and we must heal and connect to our intuitive intelligence. As consciousness is lifted, it's possible to move from habitual reactivity based on automatic responses, right? Like, oh, just do the same thing over and over and over, right? And we've got to have, based on that automatic response stemming from reliance on patterns of behavior anchored in the familiar, into the realm of more creative, fitting, and effective strategies. So as the development of psychological coherence, and I'm going to teach you today about heart coherence and heart resonance and how to create that, one of the pieces to intuitive intelligence. It's going to allow you increased access to intuitive intelligence and to one's repertoire of positive emotions and how their actions grow. And it is natural that the enhanced experience of empathy and social coherence will lead to compassionate actions and behaviors that promote and support amazing transformation in your clients. When we as individuals in families and workplaces and communities increase and stabilize our coherent baselines, it can lead to increased social and global coherence, and that's how we create global impact. And so among these, non-conscious aspects of our intuition are implicit learning, implicit knowledge, pattern recognition, which are involved in intuitive perception. It is commonly acknowledged that an intuitive perception plays an important role in business decisions and entrepreneurship, learning, medical diagnosis, healing, spiritual growth, and overall well-being. So if you want to make an impact, if you want to create a business or you have a business and you really want to up that impact, then adding intuitive intelligence into the work for yourself and into the work with your clients is going to allow for a huge, massive difference in how you make decisions and your overall well-being, your spiritual growth, your healing, and that for that of your clients also. Research also suggests that this will play an important role in social cognition and decision-making and creativity. When addressing life situations, people often default to familiar thoughts of patterns, feelings, and actions in both the decision-making process and how they see others. This is just how our physiology works. So rather than responding to situations from habitual patterns that are not necessarily healthy or constructive, we can use more effective, new and creative solutions. And when you learn how to integrate the intuitive intelligence method into your life, not only will you be able to take into consideration the available inner resources that are congruent with one's deeper intuition and core value, you can learn to intentionally align with and access your intuitive intelligence and promote moment-to-moment guidance, or what we call heart-based living, right? And so I want to share with you a little bit more about this amazing intuiting, right? And how we can create intuitive intelligence together. Intuitive intelligence is so important to what you want to create as an entrepreneur And in the intuitive intelligence method, we go into this deep and how you can truly transform your life and the lives of your clients and create the processes that you need to really take the next level. In his article, Reviewing Intuition, Jared Hodgkinson concludes that intuiting is a complex set of interrelated cognitive, affective, and somatic processes in which there's no apparent intrusion of deliberate rational thought. Oh, so we're trying to always do our business with rational thought, or we're trying to solve our clients' problems with rational thought. What if we had some other way to do it? Gerald concludes that the considerable body of theory and research that has emerged in recent years clearly demonstrates that the concept of intuition has emerged as a legitimate subject of scientific inquiry that has important ramifications for educational, personal, medical, and organizational decision-making, personal selection and assessment, team dynamics, training, and organizational development. But you're like, yeah, but how do I do that? How do I figure out how to use intuitive intelligence? Well, there's a way to do this and a way to dive in deep so that you can create that space for yourself and be able to have the processes that you need step by step into making these changes. Another comprehensive review of literature defined intuition as effectively charged judgments that rise through rapid, non-conscious, and holistic associations. So one of the great things that we do in the intuitive intelligence method is not only do we go into psychology and give you ways to work in healing yourself and your clients, but we're giving you the neuroscience behind it, the brain science, the heart science. We go into the work of the heart brain. We teach you how you can step in and solve problems and patterns from a completely different viewpoint and a completely different awareness so that you have a holistic or gut feel or a sense of calling or overpowering certainty and an awareness of knowledge that is at a threshold of conscious perception. Research in neuroscience has clearly shown that intuition and emotional processes operate at a much higher speed than cognitive processes. So one of the parts of the method is what we call emotion coding, to understand the emotions, to learn how to get into the feeling, to learn that the heart actually reacts before the brain. They have scientific studies that have proven that the heart reacts to an event and knows that it's going to happen before it actually happens and before the brain. So why don't we harness that knowledge and that power to create massive and significant change in our lives and really create massive movement? When I created the intuitive intelligence method, I really wanted to go deep into understanding that our intuition is part guide, but that it dives so much deeper and that we want the science behind it. So I'm going to teach you the first step today. One step today, I should say, in just a few minutes. I'm going to teach you about heart resonance, how to do heart breath. But first, I want to share with you about the Intuitive Intelligence Program. Is that okay with you? I hope so. Great. And if you have any questions, you can post them in the comments below, in the chat box, so I can find out and get information from you, like want to know what you're thinking about that, right? So in the Intuitive Intelligence Training Method is a 4-month training where you will learn to put your personal and spiritual growth on light speed and transform your thinking. So you transform yourself and your thinking. You empower yourself and your clients to connect to their heart. And you deepen connection to others, the planet, and the universe. You learn how to step into heart, create social and global resonance for the purpose of healing, connection, transformation, and change. You're going to understand the structure of the conscious experience on a collective and planetary level. Feel confident guiding your clients to lasting transformation with the skills you need to create massive transformation. You're going to understand the importance of question theory, how to ask powerful questions and use your intuition to guide you to them. You're going to learn how to tap into the collective and deepen the wisdom that comes from beyond your conscious mind. You'll have the chance to become a certified intuitive intelligence trainer and coach. And you're going to contribute to the awakening and consciousness of the planet. Ooh, that sounds like good, right? What do you think about that? Share below. Understand how trauma affects our core realities. You're going to learn how to manifest and create future possibilities for yourself and for your clients. How many of you want to create future possibilities for yourself and for your clients? Yeah, great, me too. You're going to understand the ecology of consciousness and how it affects that personal, collective, and planetary transformation. You're going to feel confident about using divination practices to align the past, the present, and the future to heal and manifest. You're going to discover how heart intelligence plays a role in all that you do. All that you do. And you're going to identify emotional patterns that are at the core. You're going to understand how to pinpoint how the body holds on to trauma so it can be released. And you're going to learn how to lead impactful, intuitive intelligence sessions that lead to true transformation. If you're all interested, this program, the intuitive intelligence process and method that I'm offering, is by interview only. It is one of those things where I want to speak to you personally and see if this program is the right one for you. So if you look below, you're going to see a button and it says Speak with Melissa. I want you to go there right now and schedule time to speak with me. I have limited spots available. We are starting very soon. Our program is starting at the end of May, and we want to make sure that if you want to be a part of this and learn how to transform yourself and your clients, that you can, but you've got to speak to me personally so we can do some of this offline. So what's all included in intuitive intelligence? So we're going to go back and I'm going to teach you this in the resonance piece in just a second. So what is included in the intuitive intelligence method? It's you get 12 weekly transformative training lessons. So each week you're going to learn new intuitive intelligence tools and techniques to deepen your coaching skills and spiritual development, heal your own trauma, and feel confident in creating lasting healing for your clients. We also have 8 weekly informational sessions where you're going to receive in-depth recordings about subjects pertinent to your success in this training, scientific backstories, consciousness theories, and spiritual development. You're going to get guiding demos with interpretation. So you're going to peer in on what mastery looks like by listening as I demonstrate the intuitive intelligence tools live. You'll have the opportunity to volunteer as a client, which means free healing for you, and learn from watching the processes in real time and get interpretations for how to apply this for yourself and your clients. You'll also get 12 Hone Your Craft Techniques labs. In the technique labs, you're going to hone your techniques with a partner in a safe, judgment-free environment so that you can try things out and receive valuable feedback. You're also going to get done-for-you sequences, scripts, and cheat sheets. With each training, you'll receive done-for-you materials that are step-by-step. This makes integration training and learning intuitive intelligence techniques easy, fast, and fun. You'll also get recordings and transcripts of every training call. You have lifetime access to all the recordings, trainings, and live calls with transcripts. So even if you can't be there live, you will never be behind. We will become eligible for certification. So you're going to have to answer weekly validation questions to obtain the needed credentials to show you've completed the intuitive intelligence method work. Upon completion, you'll be mailed a certificate that you are certified. You'll get to, so just click the button below where it says Speak with Melissa to schedule your laser coaching session. And now we can go back and I'm going to share with you about the intuitive intelligence heart resonance process. So Marcy, who is an intuitive intelligence trainer, says, I've taken many courses to become a better coach. NLP, hypnotherapy, transformational coaching method. And this program blows away what is out there. It goes deeper than any other program I've taken and really gets to the core challenges for myself and my clients. So let's blow it out of the water and join me by getting a laser coaching session with me and finding out more about this amazing program. So research suggests it's possible to access intuitive intelligence more effectively by first getting into a coherent state. Quieting mental chatter and emotional unrest and paying attention to shifts in our feelings, a process that brings intuitive signals to consciousness awareness. We found that increased heart rhythm coherence correlates with significant improvements in performance on tasks, requiring attentional focus and subtle discrimination. We've also found that heart rhythm coherence correlates with pre-stimulus signals of the heart to the brain, which means it is both likely that these signals are important elements of intuition that are particularly salient in pattern recognition, and that they're involved in all types of intuitive processes. What does that mean? It means the heart plays a central role in creating coherence and is associated with heartfelt positive emotions. It is not surprising, therefore, that one of the strongest threads uniting the views of diverse cultures and religions and spiritual traditions throughout history has been a universal regard that is the source of love, wisdom, intuition, and courage. Just think of everything that you hear, like put your heart in it, learn it by heart, speak from your heart, sing with your heart. All of these suggest an implicit knowledge that the heart is more than just a physical pump that sustains life. Such expressions reflect what is often called intuitive or spiritual heart. So through history, people have turned to the intuitive heart, sometimes referred to as their inner voice, soul, or higher power, as a source of wisdom and guidance. And there is compelling evidence to suggest that the physical heart is coupled to a field of information not bound by the classical limits of time and space. What I call the divine matrix, or the God field, the ether, right? The conscious collective, all there. This evidence comes from a rigorous experimental study that demonstrates that the heart receives and processes information about a future event before it actually happens. And so part of the intuitive intelligence method is teaching you how to connect into that, how to connect into this space and into the experience, right? The study results shows you can get surprising data about both the heart and brain receive and respond to pre-stimulus information about a future event before it occurs. Even more tantalizing are clear indications that the heart receives intuitive information before the brain, and that the heart sends a different pattern of signals to the brain prior to an adverse event. That means we know when something bad is going to happen, and we know it not because our brain does or because we fear, but because our heart does. And this suggests that the heart is directly coupled to a source of information that interacts with the multiplicity of energetic fields in which the body is embedded. So if heart intelligence is the flow of higher awareness and the intuition we experience when the mind and emotions are brought into synchronistic alignment with the heart, then how do we create that? When we're heart-centered and coherent, when we have a tighter coupling and closer alignment with our deeper source of intuitive intelligence, we're able to more intelligently self-regulate our thoughts and emotions, which over time lifts consciousness and establishes a new internal psychological baseline, right? So what we're going to do is I'm just going to teach you heart breathing, okay? So what I want you to do is just close your eyes for a moment. And you're going to just breathe. Imagine that you can see your breath coming in and out of your heart space. So breathing in and out through your heart. Just breathe in a little slower for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you notice immediately a difference in your body and in your mind? When we can get into this state, we are able to access wisdom and knowledge and so much forward experience when we connect in. And so when we have this ability to heart breathe, we can access the wisdom of the heart to ask questions, have experiences, to do different things. And so this is the basic one simple thing that is a baseline for many of the things that we teach in intuitive intelligence and the method and how you can do that. And what I want to share with you is intuitive intelligence, the training method, is all about transformation. But what if you want to build a business, right? Like, hey, okay, great. I want to transform myself. I want to use these skills with my clients. But what if you're stuck in your business? Well, guess what? I have an amazing bonus that goes with this program for 2018 for this year. And that bonus is so incredible because it is the client, get your clients business building bonus. And it is the way that you are going to be able to take your business to the next level. So after the 4-month training program, you get 1 month of business building, incredible information. We have coaches such as Bill Barron and Diane Conklin, and we have Alicia Rooston. We're teaching speaking and retreats and viral marketing, and you get to coach in a group coach setting with me. We're going to teach you how to take all of that work, that transformational work that you've applied to yourself, and maybe you already have clients, you need to get to the next level, and we're going to teach you how to apply it and put it into a format and really create a business that is successful and amazing. And so that is our bonus that we have going on. There's actually 8 different things in that bonus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, everything that you could possibly imagine. The bonus itself is worth over $7,000. The bonus itself is worth over $7,000, and it's for you free when you come in and work in the intuitive intelligence method. Why are we doing such an amazing bonus? Because we believe that this work needs to get out to everybody in the world. And then I have one other amazing one-time bonus. And so if you're interested, again, go in and click on the Speak with Melissa link and schedule your time to talk with me so that you can really get more information, get that laser coaching, get interviewed, see if this is the right fit for you. Because we're looking for people to bring into our business to work in this world, to work at intuitive intelligence. And if you want your own business, you want to work with someone else, this is the time. I'm having an all-inclusive retreat in Big Bear Lake, California. That means we have a beautiful cabin, organic food, all sorts of cool stuff, meditations, and that is May 31st to June 2nd. And I have 2 spots to give away. I have 4 spots left, but I'm giving away 2 of them, giving away 2 of those spots to 2 very lucky people. But you've got to schedule a laser coaching session with me to find out how you can get that all-inclusive, all paid for retreat in Big Bear Lake, where you're going to learn intuitive intelligence, get to learn the training, and get to really start to incorporate this work into your life. Dr. Paula, who is an intuitive intelligence trainer, Dr. Paula says, this program took me to a whole new level, going through the heart brain. She said, I've done NLP and I'm an NLP trainer, and it's awesome, but it is still very 3D. And the depth of this program took me into a whole new level of understanding. This program brought me out of my depression, brought me a higher purpose and a higher focus for my business. And Dr. Alicia Elrod said, intuitive intelligence helped me to clarify what my work in the world is. The weekly coaching from masterful coach Melissa was powerful. I loved having space that held me for me to be able to surrender to new process and deepening. So if you are interested in the intuitive intelligence method, if you're interested in learning more about our program, it took me over 4 years and I invested well over $100,000 before I was able to finally put this together into a format that you can easily learn and apply in your own life and use to help your clients and build substantial income from it. So don't waste $100,000. Don't waste 4 years. Come and join me for 4 months and find out how you can bring more intuitive intelligence into your life and this method and this process and go out and impact the world. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you soon.